Well, Hollywood groups have condemned a new AI video generator, which they say violates copyright and uses the likeness of actors and others without permission. So this AI-generated video of actors Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise triggered the backlash. It was made using Seedance 2.0. That's a platform that lets users generate high-quality AI videos using simple text prompts. The creator of TikTok, Beijing-based ByteDance, created that tool. It's only available in China for now, but has been quickly condemned by the film and TV industry in the United States. The Motion Picture Association says Seedance should immediately cease its infringing activity. All right, Jonathan Handel is an entertainment lawyer and a journalist, and he joins us now from Los Angeles. Jonathan, thank you so much for being on the program. So, Rhett Reese is a screenwriter who worked on the Deadpool films, and when he saw that video of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, he wrote on X, he said, "I hate to say it, it's likely over for us." Do you agree? Is it over for Hollywood?
It's the beginning of a very difficult road, and it's good to be with you, by the way. Thank you very much. It's the beginning of a difficult road. If we go back 125 years, movies were short 15-second loops of film that one watched in a sort of a peep show in a box. They rapidly became what we, full-length silent movies, then talking, then color, 3D, and so forth, what we know today. Digital technology moves a lot more quickly than analog technology did 125 years ago. And we are going to see within several years, I think, full-length movies that are AI generated or largely AI generated.
I want to read you what ByteDance, the company behind Seedance 2.0, said in response to the criticism. They put out a statement that said, "We have heard the concerns regarding Seedance 2.0. We are taking steps to strengthen current safeguards as we work to prevent the unauthorized use of intellectual property and likeness by users." What's your response here, Jonathan? Are they playing dumb here?
A little bit. They could have done why didn't they do that before releasing the tool? Is the obvious question. If they're claiming that they're going to do the right thing and be good citizens when it comes to intellectual property, these tools are trained primarily on unlicensed data. So the people whose creativity, the thousands and millions of people whose creativity went into being macerated and digested by these tools have not been compensated, and the output can resemble, in this case, resembles two people's faces, two well-known actors' faces, could resemble characters, could resemble scenes from famous movies. And so you've got copyright, you've got trademark, you have what's called the right of publicity, which is the name, image, and likeness of a person. All of those rights are implicated here. The difficulty is that the courts have not ruled on this stuff yet. Or there are only some very early rulings. There have been lawsuits now pending over the last several years, and certain aspects of legality are not going to get decided until this reaches the Supreme Court, which could take another several years, frankly.
And I wonder if there's a roadmap here from Disney, which signed an agreement with OpenAI to license the use of some of its characters, not its human likenesses, but some of its characters for use in another video creation tool. And I wonder, what do you think should be the basis of future copyright deals between AI companies and between film studios? Or do you think that these AI companies will just carry on stealing this content because it's just going to be cheaper to settle the lawsuits years and years down the road?
Well, I think there's the real risk that steal first and pay afterwards is going to be the MO. It seems to be. Yes, Disney has done a deal with another tool. With this tool, on the other hand, they send a cease and desist letter, as did Paramount Studios. So both of those companies are saying, look, our intellectual property is being violated by users of this tool, and you have to put guardrails in that are actually effective. Whether that's going to happen and what that means for the future, both of workers in Hollywood and for the distinction that we make between professional content, Hollywood content, and prosumer content. Because if anyone can do this, anyone can make a movie. That is, just like today, anyone can make a home movie or even a slightly produced movie and then distribute it, with their iPhone and distribute it on YouTube. That wasn't true 20 years ago. Now, coming shortly, people will be able to make Hollywood-like movies and distribute them. And what does that mean for the existence of the professional industry? What does that mean for the creation of false political narratives, which are already rampant in this country? Very difficult problems.
So, Jonathan, you're a lawyer. If you were representing, let's just say, Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise or any of the other Hollywood actors whose images or whose likeness might be used in these AI-generated videos, what would you advise them to do?
Well, I think that litigation may be the only thing that they can do, and getting a piece of, again, we've got both the input and the output, right? So there's the unlicensed input, and should those people be compensated? And there's the output, which the output doesn't have to resemble. If someone had said, "Give me two, good-looking young guys fighting on top of a building," and don't make them look like anyone recognizable, then you wouldn't have a name, image, likeness problem. You'd still have the problem of the input being uncompensated and being used to attack human creativity or compete with human creativity. When you then add the element of a recognizable actor or a recognizable character, if I'm representing one of the studios, representing Disney, representing Warner's, and Bugs Bunny shows up doing who knows what, whatever it might be, or a scene from a movie, from The Matrix, from whatever your favorite movie is, from Wuthering Heights. In all those cases, you either sit still and get rolled over, or you bring litigation.
Yeah.
There's so much money involved. Silicon Valley is so wealthy and so politically connected, and it's so politically connected also to the question of how do we compete with China in AI and not hobble ourselves, that you've got a lot of, it's a three-dimensional chess game here.
Do you think that is ultimately why governments are so reluctant to put regulations, to put guardrails on this AI and to try to protect their own creative industries?
Well, I think it's the money, yes, and the influence of key technology advisors from Silicon Valley who are working in the White House and in and around the White House. I think it's also an election year. Congress is not going to do anything of any substance. We can scarcely keep the government open in this country with the Congress and the political system we have under Trump. And certainly Congress is not going to be in a mood to sit down and across party lines in a bipartisan way come up with a balanced approach to AI and dealing with AI regulations. They're too busy dealing with ICE and with keeping the government open and then going off and campaigning for the midterm elections.
Yeah, I imagine this AI issue is going to be keeping you busy for some time. Jonathan Handel, an entertainment lawyer and journalist, joining us from Los Angeles. Thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you very much.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.